Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. ASML, which used to obey the United States, changed its cowardly attitude and withstood heavy pressure to declare that it would expand its investment in the Chinese mainland market in the near future and expand a larger maintenance center in Beijing. What happened to make ASML's attitude change so dramatically, and what is the attitude of the United States? As the undisputed leader in the global lithography industry, ASML used to live a very comfortable life, almost monopolizing the production, sales and after-sales service of lithography machines around the world. At the same time, they also recognized a reality that their largest market has never been other countries or regions, but China. It is no exaggeration to say that the Chinese market alone can guarantee ASML hundreds of billions of yuan in revenue every year. Although the Netherlands has recognized this reality, it has no choice but to join the high-tech war launched by the United States against China. If ASML was still the Thanos in the semiconductor industry 10 years ago, and could make chip companies of all sizes in the world hold their thighs and call them daddy with just a snap of their fingers, then now, we can only say that we wish them good luck. Following Shanghai Microelectronics' 28 nanometers lithography machine, Harbin Institute of Technology's ultra-precision processing technology has brought the precision of lithography machine parts to the atomic level. At the same time, SMIC has not fallen behind, using quadruple exposure to play new tricks with DUV. Not to mention that Huawei's Kirin 9010 chip came out with a 5 nanometers process, causing ASML's stock price to plummet, and the Nasdaq semiconductor sector was seriously affected. You want to strangle China, right? Sorry, China also wants to strangle your brain. From 2018 to 2022, the United States' pursuit and interception of China's chip technology can be said to have exerted its utmost strength. It was at this time that China was forced to use passive skills by the United States. During that period, the failure rate of all imported equipment was automatically reduced by 80%, and even the explosive research and development efficiency of engineers reached a terrifying 300%. By 2023, the situation is very different from before. However, the booming development of China's chip industry has attracted great attention from the United States. Although they have pushed Japan, South Korea, and the Netherlands to the forefront of the Sino-US high-tech war, this is obviously not enough. Because of the US sanctions, it is difficult for China to buy the most advanced process chips, which has caused chip manufacturers, such as TSMC, and Samsung to lose a large number of Chinese customers, and finally have to watch those advanced chips gather dust in the warehouse. As for why ASML is the most uncomfortable one in the middle, it is because TSMC, as the world's largest chip manufacturer, has already had lithography machines, and does not need new goods. It only needs to reduce production capacity to barely maintain operation. Samsung is both a chip manufacturer and a terminal manufacturer. They can be self-sufficient. Even Nvidia and Qualcomm can produce low-frequency chips and sell them to China, which at most makes a little less money than before. But what about ASML? According to the data, in the third quarter of 2023, ASML received only 3 EUV orders, which is far from the 9 orders they expected, and the backlog of orders is also experiencing customers' requests for delayed delivery. Even the president of ASML said at the financial report briefing that he was conservative about 2024 and expected annual revenue to be the same as 2023. Of course, this sentence can also be understood in this way, that is, ASML wants to survive tenaciously in 2024, but if it can't even hold on for this year, or the United States still intends to block it, the possibility of its collapse in the future cannot be ruled out. So in February 2025, not long after the Spring Festival, ASML's president Wenning couldn't wait to come to Shanghai. When he landed at Pudong Airport, he was met by someone. Those who didn't know thought he was here to attend a business meeting or record a program, but only those who knew the inside story knew that he was here to discuss life-saving business. On March 6, when the authoritative media announced that the Dutch lithography giant ASML planned to expand a recycling and maintenance center in Beijing in 2025, as expected, the entire technology industry was boiling. If I remember correctly, there were multiple news reports at the end of last year confirming that the United States was still putting pressure on the Netherlands to immediately stop repairing and providing after-sales services to mainland lithography machine customers. Some industry insiders speculated that if the Netherlands compromised again, the lithography machines that China had purchased from ASML would be paralyzed, but ASML unexpectedly changed its previous cowardly attitude and responded domineeringly. Why don't you care about after-sales service for the machines that have been sold? Not only that, in September last year, the Netherlands suddenly announced the lifting of the ban on 2 advanced lithography machines. Many people may not know what this means. Let's put it this way. These 2 advanced lithography machines can produce 5 nanometers chips, and they were repeatedly banned from being sold to China by the United States as early as 2020. To some extent, ASML's case can indeed make China suffer. After all, Huawei's example is there, which can slow down China's development speed by at least 5 years. But in the long run, this will also make the quality of China's technological development even better. Many people think that ASML's no longer providing lithography machine maintenance services to China is a big and bad thing, because they think that once there is such a day, China's lithography machines will not be able to operate normally, and the chip industry will also face new challenges and difficulties. But is this really the case? This time, ASML openly announced that it will build a maintenance center in mainland China. In fact, it does not violate the rules of semiconductor at all. This may be the only way they can think of to bypass the regulation and the best solution to preserve ASML's profits. Because in the past, when Chinese companies had lithography machines that failed, they often had to send them to American factories to replace parts and maintain them. Because of this, they had the confidence to make such an unreasonable request as stop maintenance. However, ASML is now going to establish a maintenance center in mainland China. With China's perfect industrial system, it will not take long to basically handle these parts to be repaired. In addition, Trump's refusal to allow European countries to negotiate after taking office also offended European countries. These changes in external environmental factors have given ASML sufficient confidence to a large extent. No wonder foreign media commented on this. China has won the first half. Perhaps the Netherlands has long seen the US's contraction policy and knows that they don't want to be so broad anymore. China's EUV may appear at any time. Instead of waiting for death numbly, it is better to risk death and try to keep their jobs as much as possible. As the largest chip producer, the largest chip importer, and the largest chip exporter, China is also the country with the largest number of semiconductor patents. In time, when China conquers the most cutting-edge high-precision process, let alone a neck, even a hair, China will not give the other side a chance to take action.